defeats 2 draws for the Frenchman. And it is the Lithuanian Jagalo will make his way into the hexagon cage first. Soak in the atmosphere, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it gets real. This is where business strikes. Determined walk by the Lithuanian. It's on Jagalo, very much a striker. Currently on a 9-fight unbeaten run. 2 of his last 3 have been draws. So his last bout was a win against Kazuhiro Sugawara. Vilnius, Lithuania, technical knockout on that occasion. Not a grappling expert, much more of a striking man. 26 years old. Just going through the final procedures before making his way right in front of me, the hexagon cage. This fight being branded as a super welterweight bout. And now it's time for one of the crowd favourites. Take a listen. Carl Psycho Amusu, the Frenchman. And unlike his opponent, very slow walking, soaking in the atmosphere, taking his time. And unlike any fighter so far, it's an opera song to accompany us. Must admit, I don't know it, so don't ask me for the title. But the crowd responding to Amasu's calls for encouragement. Carl Amasu is, of course, one of France's most experienced fighters. We know that, and you saw by the reception of the crowd that he's also one of France's most loved fighters. Plenty of experience for Carl Amasu. He is certainly going to want to use that experience to best his opponent this time around. A veteran of the Cage Warriors, fought all over the world, including in Bellator as well. Had a few losses, but some fantastic wins. Bellator 117 against David Gomez, Bellator 72 against Brian Maker. That heel hook win in the first round will live long in the memory. Chris Lozano, Jesus Martinez, also fighters who fell against Carl Amasu, who now makes his way into the cage. I had the pleasure of interviewing Psycho during COVID. Told me And he'd come back in the ring and he wanted to tear it all up. So they are now going through, as usual, the pre-match details. In the blue corner first, kickboxing specialist, the striker, 8 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws.
Il mesure 1m81 pour 70 kg
77 kilos.
Association Rings Lituania. Et nous vient de la belle ville de Vilnius.
He is from Vilnius. He is Lithuanian. He is known as the Hurricane. It's Witold Jagalo. Let's a polite round of applause from the crowd, who are now going to show their appreciation for their home fighter in the red corner, an MMA specialist, 25 wins, 9 defeats, 2 draws, 1m80, 78 kilograms. He represents France, the Strike Academy. And listen to the adoration of the crowd. Carl Psycho Amasu.
Le troisième homme braquage pour ce combat, monsieur l'arbitre, Mohamed El Fadili.
For this fight will be Mohamed El Fadili. Here we go. An early kick by Carl Amasu. Another left shot, aiming to destabilise Jagalo's front guard. Remember, he is kickboxing expert, but Amasu unleashes some right strikes. Good kick there by Jagalo. The Hurricane content to stay back for the moment and let Amasu take the centre of the ring. That was a good combination by the Frenchman. But again, Jagalo responds. Both fighters going at each other. Another good left leg from Jagalo. Amasu with a combination. As soon as he leans forwards, he bursts into action. Carl Amasu missed on that occasion. And it's an early takedown there. Strong, hard takedown by Carl Amasu. Now hits it, Jagalo with the knee. Strong elbow. Another left kick there by Jagalo. Frenetic start to this fight. Amasu, every time he steps forwards, exploding into action. That right hand, incredibly dangerous. Jagalo content to have his guard quite high up. Amasu's left hand hanging by his side, perhaps trying to feint his opponent into an attack. That was a really strong right kick. Good uppercut there as well. Jagalo's struggling in these early exchanges. That's a swing and miss from the Lithuanian. And again, Amasu comes forwards, showing all of that experience, not letting his opponent catch his breath for an instant. Both fighters engaging each other after those really pacey first 2.5 minutes. Midway through this first round, we're waiting for Jagalo to really show what he's made of there, because that's another hard connection from Amasu with the right hand. Every time Jagalo hits him with the left, Amasu comes back harder. That's another big kick from Psycho. This time, using his knee to great effect. Turning round, good duck there, but the knee connects with the face again. Amasu coming forwards, leaving a lot of energy out of this first round, combining well. Great duck there, and now takes his opponent down He's shown his whole repertoire of moves here, the Frenchman, but that was a good move by Yagalo to get out of that situation and put Amasu on his back, but the guard there is very strong. Yagalo just content to catch his breath because he's been on the back foot for the entirety of that first round, looking to get his elbows free and cut across the face of Amasu, but that's exactly what the Frenchman does. Yagalo complaining that was an elbow to the back of the head. Amasu keeps on doing it. Less than a minute to go in this opening round. Another strong elbow. Amasu's already drawn blood from his opponent. The scalp of Yagalo is hit and hit hard. Yagalo keeps punching the ribs of Karl Amasu, trying to get his head free of the grip of the Frenchman, who's really just waiting there. And you can see the blood already adding the vision. Yagalo coming back hard at Amasu though, trying to hit him with the hammer punches. Amasu just laughing it off, taking his opponent forwards. He didn't like one of those hammer strikes though to the abdomen. And there's no niceties there between both fighters. And straight away after the ring is gone, Yagalo didn't like the kick and responded. And here's the drama. The corner's not happy. Amasu's corner's not happy. And we need to see the first intervention here. Not going to translate what's just being said. But the first set of drama here. There was a late kick from Amasu, responded to by Yagalo. We need to see that one again to understand what really happened. But both corners flying out at each other, and the medic asked to come into the ring to have a look at Karl Amasu, who still hasn't stood up. Just waiting to see what's going to happen. Yagalo waiting patiently. One of the referees there to keep him in place. He didn't like that. But what's for certain is if this fight resumes, it is going to be absolute fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. I think there are discussions at the moment between the refereeing trio. Karl Amasu just taking his time to stand back up, getting the encouragement of the crowd. He seems hurt, the Frenchman. Obviously, a much longer break here. There could be an interval. Let's see what happens. Karl Amasu looks shaken. Yagalo's kick on the left. But this is what started it, the kick after the bell. And Yagalo kicked his man on the edge. But I've got to say, he did respond to Amasu's kick. You can see the damage that the kick did there. That's the initial kick, and Yagalo responds to that and connects with the leg. We'll have to see what happens here. The officials are discussing it. Just having a discussion with my French counterpart as to what could happen now, but it is possible that the fight may be stopped. Both fighters still having a go at each other, and we can see the promoters making their way into the cage. Vital Jagalo making his way out of the Hexagon MMA cage. We'll have to see what happens. So Leon is going to give us some more information, and you will have to excuse me in advance. I'm going to have to listen before translating. The referees have stopped the combat, and winner by disqualification is Carl Psycho Amasu. So there you go, the decision taken by the referees, who have opted to disqualify Vital Jagalo for that kick. Gotta say, it is a shame. Let's hear now from Carl Amasu.
Dans une autre manière. Évidemment, sur la kick, sur la tempe, le Lituanien est disqualifié.
The high kick, Carl, that's what disqualified the Lithuanian. You responded. Good evening, first and foremost, everyone. Thank you for the support. I'm sorry for the way the fight ended. I'm the first one to be disappointed.
Ok, super. Ok, super. Pour ceux qui sifflent, venez dans une cage un jour.
Thank you. For those who are booing me, come into the cage and then you can boo me.
Ok, mais je vais m'attarder là-dessus. Je voudrais tout simplement remercier le public.
I just want to thank the crowd.
Parce que c'est super de nous offrir l'opportunité de combattre.
It's really great to be able to fight in front of the crowd at home here in France, in Paris.
On parle pas de high kick, mais on parle d'un penalty, parce que c'est un coup qui est au sol qui est interdit.
Let's not talk about a high kick. It's a penalty. There's the replay. That's not allowed. So I don't think there's much to say. But the fight was going well, in my opinion. Unfortunately, that's the way it ends. I hope to be involved with Hexagon MMA again, because they've done some incredible work. Maybe in November or in December. I'd like to continue with Jerome Peru, the promoter. Thank you very much. Thank you to my team. Thank you.
C'est qu'un début, donc on va
only a start.
revenir à Paris.
We'll come back. We'll be back in Paris.
Merci à
We're going to do some really good things here. Thank you.
J'étais en famille aujourd'hui.
But my family was here, and that's the best thing to do. Thank you to my daughter, my wife. I love you. And thank you, everyone.
Лягушатником лажа, блядь. Полная.
Place à un autre vétéran, Gaël Grimaud.
Well, there we go. Carl Amasu just said it himself. A little bit disappointed at how the fight finished, but he remains adamant that he was not to blame. We'll now head towards the preview of the next fight. The fight between Falco Neto, the main event of the night. Falco Neto against